Okay, for fall, the ambassador's given me some beautiful PEI mussels and these fantastic Canadian red potatoes and purple potatoes. So I'm gonna make a little dish with ribeye and make it like a surf and turf, where we're gonna make a ribeye with a mussel gravy. I know it sounds different, but it's actually very, very good as a surf and turf. So let's get cracking. So I've got my pan heating up here. Just get a bit of oil in there. I've just got some gravy here warming up. I made it earlier with beef stock, butter, flour, onions, and salt and pepper. Now I've got these mussels here, which I've taken out of the shell, those lovely mussels, but you need to save the juices because the liquor is just gonna flavor the gravy. So these are just gonna go in to warm through. Okay, now that the pan's nice and hot, we're gonna get this ribeye straight in. It's a beautiful prime grade ribeye, Canadian beef, one of the best cuts of meat you'll ever get. So I'm just seasoning the underside now. Salt and pepper is all it needs, because that's all you need on a very good steak. So after around a minute and a half, I like to flip it. So I've got potatoes for this dish. So the purple potato we turned into a beautiful puree or a mashed potato with lots of butter and cream. And then the red potatoes, we made some sauteed potatoes. Then I'm gonna finish with a little bit of butter and some herbs. So now it's been about a minute and a half again, so it's time to flip our ribeye again. So these potatoes are good to go. And the other thing with the peeling or the skins of the red potatoes, I made these beautiful potato skin textures or crisps that we'll finish the dish with. So when I cut my steaks, I always want to make sure they're at least an inch thick. Otherwise, it's just not worth having a steak. So give it another flip. So when I cook my steaks, I like to give it a minute and a half on each side. And depending on the thickness, then we just give it 30 seconds to 45 seconds on each side after that. So we just keep flipping it so the cooking is even and the blood circulates through the steak evenly. So last turn, and this should be good to go. It's a beautifully seared piece of steak right there. So I'm just going to let that rest for a few minutes while we get on with the rest of the plates. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the purple potato puree. So all we have to do now is get this beautifully cooked ribeye onto these plates. Finish it with this mussel gravy. Textures. So there you have it. We have a beautiful ribeye dish celebrating the harvest of fall. The ambassador gave me this beautiful Pillitteri ice wine and some fantastic organic low bush blueberries. So what I decided to do, I wanted to make this baked lemon pudding with blueberries inside. Then I wanted to get the ice wine macerating the blueberries. For me, it's a perfect combination when you do ice wine and blueberries together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to macerate these blueberries with ice wine and a little bit of sugar. So I've got some sugar here. Just a little sprinkle, not too much. And ice wine. Pour a little bit in there. Just so that the ice wine and the sugar can break down and sort of semi-cook the blueberries, okay? And all the flavor is going to come together nicely. And it'll make the sauce for our dessert. The next part I'm going to do is I'm going to do the vanilla mascarpone. So what we've got here is some mascarpone cheese. Then I'm going to put some cream. So a little bit of cream and a little sprinkle of sugar. to sweeten it up, and a dash of good vanilla extract. When I bake, I rarely measure things too well. I like to bake the way I cook. So all we're going to do is stir this up, and it's going to become a nice cream that we dollop on top. So what I did here, these are some beautiful lemon pudding. So they're just lemon, butter, sugar, some blueberries, and some eggs that we whipped together. We baked it in the oven like a souffle, and now it's come out. So we just turned them out onto the bowl. And you can see the blueberries on top. There you go. Now I'm going to surround this with some more macerated blueberries and the ice wine juices. A little bit on top. Some juices and blueberries all around. All right. And then we're just simply going to put a nice little dollop of this vanilla mascarpone on top. Now this is a really, really simple dessert, but full flavored. All right, so we're good to go.